started out at the Black Canyon and we're making our way to Kebler Pass. Somebody told me about it. It's supposed to be very nice. It's on the way to Crested Butte, 22 miles of gravelly road. The forest here is filled with aspen trees. It must be quite nice in the fall. They all turn yellow. Friday afternoon, about 2:30, and as we were driving through the Kebler Pass to heading toward Crested Butte, we saw a sign for this campground, Lost Lake, and we decided to give it a shot. What do you think? We decided to give it a shot, and the lady at the front recommended sites 6 and 10, so we chose number 10. And then immediately after we settled in here, 2 other cars came by.
I love it.
So by luck we found this campground. It just so happened the other day the ranger told me about Cimarron town to go see the canyon from the bottom. So we went there, and then while I was there I met a guy who had a couple of dogs, and I started talking to him. He told me about Kebler Pass, that it was very beautiful, so we decided to drive that way. And then when we were driving that way, we saw a sign that said Lost Lake Campground in the National Forest. So we took it and came up here on a whim. And we were the first ones to arrive, so they just opened the campground. So we had our choice of spots, and the camp host recommended this spot number 10. And it's very nice, up on a little rise overlooking the lake and the mountain there in the background. So just a string of good luck led us to this spot. My poor bike is getting dusted, but when I get to town I'm going to take the whole thing into the car wash, including the bike, and then I'll just use some oil on the chain and gears. Hopefully it'll be as good as new. Okay, so it was a little hot at the campsite in the open sun, even though it's in a beautiful location. We parked in the shade and took a hike. This is the Three Lakes Trail at the Lost Lake Campground and picnic area. The winter snows are melting and we have a strong stream. That stream seems to be coming from somewhere. Let me check it out. Oh my goodness. A beautiful alpine lake. And guess what? Nobody else is here. Okay, Ann is practicing for the log rolling contest.
Rolling? Lakes around this trail. One we found and one by the campsite. The other one is lost. Enjoying my cider while making the pasta.
What kind of cider?
Lady. What? What did I say? Lady in red. Ready in red.
You gotta sing it. Lady in red.
It's really good.
It's from the Wild Cider Brewery or cidery that we stayed at. So this is probably one of the best campsites we've ever had. Nice view of the mountain, Elk Mountain range of the Rocky Mountains. And making some pasta with meat sauce. And drinking some wild cider straight from the cidery in Longmont. Okay, tonight's dinner: pasta with meat sauce, mushrooms, zucchini, and tomato, pepper. Here's the first fire we made on this trip. There's lots of available wood there. They cut down some trees. Okay, Ann is having fun playing with fire. The pine burns pretty good.
Yeah, and it makes popping sound.
In this nice mountain setting. Saturday morning, June 5th. Here in the beautiful Colorado Rocky Mountains at Lost Lake, not far from Crested Butte. It's only going on 5:30 a.m. So this is the view we're waking up to here at Lost Lake in beautiful Colorado. I think that's called Mount Beckwith, the Elk Mountain range of the Rocky Mountains. What'd you say, darling?
This life is awesome.
My favorite breakfast: eggs, with the broken egg yolk and some home fries, which I made yesterday. The sun is coming up. I love the way they glows on the top of the mountain. Okay, so we're just taking a little morning hike around the campground. We may check out today. Okay, so we found the third lake at the campground. It's called Dollar Lake. These yellow wildflowers are really blooming now. So we took a hike to Dollar Lake. Now coming back to Lost Lake. Quintessential alpine lake. Oh, it's Saturday afternoon, about noon, and it's a beautiful campground. I would have loved to stay here a few more days, but Anne said there's no good place for running for her, and there's no internet, and it gets a little hot here in the daytime. So we're going to move on to our next stop, which is Crested Butte.